It's definitely tough, especially, I mean, the off-road games weren't the easiest games.
No, not at all. Though, as you just saw, I got chunked. The first one, that was the biggest criticism, was the continuation system. Was rough, and that's why in Oddysee, the difference between Oddysee and Exoddus was a save anywhere. You could be in the middle of a jump, 12 explosions, 8 enemies, and it would save it in that state. So when you loaded it, it would be exactly in that state with those explosions in the middle of the air with all those enemies active in the right frame. So it was definitely a challenging game, and it's a puzzle game. Ultimately, it's got a lot of personality and character, but it is a puzzle game.
And when you designed it, did you always have that approach, like this is a puzzle game,
or
did you ever see it as like, oh, well, I want to make sure there's extra platforms, or is there a skill element, or is it all logic?
No, it's all logic and timing, and that's really where we spent our time, was getting our timing windows narrowed down as close as we could to make it as hard as it could be, and then we would pull it back a little bit, so that it allowed a little bit wider player margin of error. But it was all about the stories being told through the movies and the locations and what's happening. But when we got into laying out levels, pure puzzles. And one of the big parts to that was, and a big belief of Lorne that pushed, and you actually see it more and more as the games went along down the path, was allow the player to see the puzzle before they have to engage and initiate the puzzle. So you can see all the components, and then it's like, okay, then you jump into it, and it's real time trying to solve it, which was different. In this one, they didn't do it as much. In the second Exoddus, you get it a lot, where you can go into the background scenery, walk across the entire map, see all the moving parts, and then come back and then run through it and have a sense of what was happening from screen to screen. So it was pretty cool. Oh, goodness. This is not going to go well.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
How does it feel to be back into it?
It's awesome. Yeah, before the interview, you had to play the first game, a build of the first game, before you even had your interview. You had to finish what they had built.
That's a pretty good application process.
Oh, absolutely. And now that we've got a product in place, if we're looking to expand our team, that's absolutely a part of what we will ask of that person. I mean, we want somebody who wants to work on the game that we're building and have also a good understanding of what it is we're building. So, yeah, it was cool. It was really cool. It was like, okay, I girlfriend at the time, not now my wife. Honey, I really have to focus and play this game. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and it was great.
Jobs on the line here, like, listen.
And I fell for it right away. It took no time at all to realize how much I was going to enjoy this, and I think they understood that I got it right away in the interview, because we were able to talk mechanics without hesitation, and what I would add to it to change the experience and all